Welcome back to Pondsforge International Sports Centre then. We are gearing up for our session of women's 800 metres freestyle heats, and these are heat declared winners. Before we do that, there are a couple of swim-offs to take place in this session. 2 50 metres swim-offs, because we have some ties from the earlier events, the earlier heats. We will have a men's 50 metres freestyle swim-off to begin. 2 swimmers in the pool then. They are Danny Lennon and Theo Bari, and they are swimming off now to decide who is 12th place and therefore second reserve in men's 50 metres freestyle for 17-18 swimmers. They tied with 23.99 seconds this morning. We've already seen one swim off today that was tied. And this is going to be close. Of course it is. It's Theo Bari closer to us, who I think is leading, but Danny Lennon's coming back here then. 23.99 was the time this morning. Theo Bari wins the swim off 23.93. That wouldn't actually have qualified for the final. He will be the second reserve now for the final. But the main thing is to see a better second swim, a faster second swim. Almost certainly Theo Bari won't be asked to swim in the final, but he'll be the second reserve. Our next heat, though, is for a place in the final. We had a tie for 10th place in the 16 years age group for women's 50 metres backstroke, so the winner of this swim-off will qualify for this evening's final. Closest to us there is Emily Hall for Warrington Warriors and Megan Daniel for Carradon. The winner of this 50 metres backstroke swim-off will qualify for the women's 16 years final. This morning they both swam 30.69 seconds. Emily Hall in the yellow cap with the big starts, and then Megan Daniel just behind. So Emily Hall ahead at the moment. I'd say Megan Daniel is coming back. First and foremost, hopefully they can both swim faster than this morning. 30.69 was their time. And it looks like Megan Daniel might just get there. 30.69, look at the clock. 30.75 for Emily Hall. We don't have a time for Megan Daniel. And now we do 30.61. So Megan Daniel did swim faster than in the heats. 30.61, and she will go through to the final with that time. And it does make her the 10th fastest qualifier for that final. So Megan Daniel for Carradon will be back in the final session later in the women's 16 years 50 metres backstroke final.
Next up, our schedule, the women's 800 metres freestyle heats. There are 8 heats at this event.
We have women's 800 metres freestyle heats next. 8 heats to come in this session. And in heat 1, we have 10 swimmers competing. Our swimmers here are Mila Adamaita for Barnet Copthall, Evie Donaldson for City of Newport Swimming and Water Polo, Amy Rimmer for Bells Hill Sharks, Alana Henry for Killer Whales, Amelie Stevens for City of Birmingham, Sophie Smith for City of Sheffield, Annabelle Irvin for Mount Kelly, Ava Smith for Gary, Sophie Lane for City of Leicester, and Isabel Twitt for Barnet Copthall. In this heat, we have 6 swimmers rather from the 13s and 14s age group. Our leader, Annabelle Irvin, there is a 16 years swimmer. So in the 13-14 age group, that's lane 9, Mila Adamaita, lane 8, Evie Donaldson, lane 5, Amelie Stevens, lane 1, Sophie Lane, and lane 0, Isabel Twitt. And after 100 metres, it's Sophie Smith, who's a 15-year swimmer. There are 3 other 15-year swimmers in this heat. Turning 4th there, Ava Smith in lane 2. Turning 6th, Alana Henry in lane 6. And Amy Rimmer in lane 7. And the medals will be decided by these 8 heats. It's Sophie Smith out in front, and at the moment Sophie is swimming quicker than anyone else. Amelie Stevens in second place at the moment is the second fastest in the pool. So the gap between first and second increasing, and the gap between second and third increasing at the moment. We will be a quarter of the way through this heat at this turn then. It's Sophie Smith in 2:15.13, increasing her lead again. And then Amelie Stevens. Ava Smith in thirds in the blue cap. Looks like she is starting to close up on Amelie Stevens in second, ever so slightly. And let's check the splits again. Well, no change between first and second at all there. Ava Smith closing in by a couple of hundredths, I think. And nobody yet making a move among these swimmers. Steady pace for everyone at the moment. At 300 metres. Sophie Smith. Ava Smith now up to second. And it's Ava Smith now who's swimming quicker than anyone else in lane 2 in that blue cap. She's definitely picking up the pace now. 350 meters swum. 9 lengths of the pool left to go. So it's Sophie Smith and then Ava Smith. And Amelie Stevens as well. So Sophie Smith, the leader in the 15 years. Ava Smith, also 15 years. Amelie Stevens in lane 5 is a 13s, 14s swimmer. At 400 metres. Sophie Smith in 4:36.06. And it's a steady swim really for all three of these at the moment. They're now into their rhythm. And no change really among the other positions. No one making a significant acceleration yet. Seven lengths left. And both second and third places, Ava Smith and Amelie Stevens, are closing in a little now. And in fourth place there, Alana Henry in lane 6 is actually swimming quicker than anybody else at the moment. So Alana Henry in lane 6, she's in fourth place, and she's actually closing the gap between her and everybody ahead of her. We are coming up to 500 metres then, and we'll check the gaps between the swimmers again. And once more, Amelie Stevens and Ava Smith are getting closer to Sophie Smith. Alana Henry slipping back a little bit over that last 50 metres. Amelie Stevens poised to take the lead. And at the next turn, we'll have 250 metres left, so 5 lengths to swim. Very little to choose between first and second. Stevens just got to the wall there ahead of Sophie Smith by 2/100ths. Sophie Lane, turning in 5th place in lane 1, is going quicker than anyone else among the chasing group. You can just see at bottom right of your picture there. That's Sophie Lane. She is closing in as well. She has started to accelerate, Sophie Lane. 4 lengths of the pool to go. Amelie Stevens now 3/4 of a second ahead of Sophie Smith, who drops to 3rd. Ava Smith in 2nd. And of the following group, it's still Sophie Lane who is travelling faster than anybody else. She is in lane 1. Amelie Stevens now pulling away. It was 3/4 of a second between first and third at the last turn. Now it's 1.64 seconds. And looking at those split times, Sophie Lane is still slowly inching her way up from 5th towards 4th. Sophie Lane right in the bottom right of the picture there. 100 metres left, and it's Amelie Stevens. And the gap's closed. Ava Smith closing in on Amelie Stevens now. And Alana Henry in 4th has actually increased her gap ahead of Sophie Lane. And everyone's picking up the pace now. All 10 swimmers out there giving a little bit more. Amelie Stevens and Ava Smith turning together. 0.04 between them at that turn. I wonder if we can get under 9:20 here. 9:20 would be a personal best for Amelie Stevens, for Ava Smith, and for Sophie Smith. So 9:20, it represents a big PB for all of these swimmers. I think they're all going to get under 9:20. First to the wall then, Amelie Stevens, then Ava Smith, and then Sophie Smith. So all under 9:20, all with personal best times. Great swims for all three. Alana Henry comes in 9:28.31. That's a PB. Sophie Lane, PB, 9:29.71. Evie Donaldson, 9:32.84. It's a PB. Isabel Twitz in 7th, 9:35.39. So the first 6 swimmers there, all with personal best swims.
As a result, Amelie Stevens' time there would put her in a silver medal position should everybody swim their entry time. Absolutely sensational effort from her.
So there we go, confirmation that Amelie Stevens with 9:17.39 is our fastest swimmer so far. She's in the 13s and 14s. In Heat 2, we have 9 swimmers competing. So lane 9 is empty. In lane 8, Lily Eden for City of Sunderland. Then it's Casey Crisp for South Lanarkshire, Elizabeth Warner for City of Leeds, Hattie Lever for Whitney and District, Jennifer Walker for Bassett Law, Annie Fulkus for Morpeth, Jessica Hubry for Rotherham Metro, Amelia Porzio for Putteridge, and Abby Bayton for City of Sheffield. Annie Fulkus will turn first. Annie is a 13s and 14s swimmer. Also in the 13s and 14s in this heat, the 2 swimmers furthest from us at the top of your screen, Lily Eden and Casey Crisp. And we have 16-year-olds in lane 6, Elizabeth Warner, 2 Jessica Hubry, and 1 Abby Bayton. In 5, 4 and 1, the 17-18 swimmers are Hattie Lever, Jennifer Walker and Amelia Porzio. Casey Crisp now leading ahead of Jessica Hubry, Amelia Porzio, Lily Eden, Annie Fulkus. Those were the first 5 at the last turn. This heat at the moment, a little slower than the previous heat. Jessica Hubry looks like she might turn first here, just ahead of Lily Eden and Annie Fulkus. It's worth pointing out, just 1.7 seconds between these 10, or 9 swimmers rather, after 150 metres. So everybody's swimming to a high standard. And 4 swimmers now pulling away. Casey Crisp, Jessica Hubry, Annie Fulkus and Lily Eden opening a gap ahead of Abby Bayton, who is 5th. And Jessica Hubry and Annie Fulkus seem to be pushing each other on the near side in lanes 2 and 3. In the previous heats, Sophie Smith turned there in 2:50.32 in the previous heat. So this is a couple of seconds slower than the previous heat. Fulkus and Hubry now the leading 2. Crisp and Eden on the far side, third and fourth. .500 metres left to swim. And in lane 0, Abby Byton is joining the leading group. Annie Falkus, though, in 3 is swimming quicker than anyone else. Abby Byton turning 4th. And I think she probably is now up to 3rd place. From the previous heats, Ava Smith would have turned now, so just ahead of these leading swimmers. In the previous heat, 350 metres, they turned in 4:00.84. So at the moment, we're looking at around 9:20 pace for these swimmers, and that would be a PB for most of them. Halfway then. And it's Annie Falkus in 4:37.94. Annie is travelling quicker than anyone else. She's actually extending the lead. So it's Annie Falkus, Jessica Hubry, Casey Crisp, Abby Byton, Lily Eden, Hattie Lever, Jennifer Walker, Amelia Porzio, and Elizabeth Warner, in that order. And Annie Falkus now swimming around 1 minute 10 seconds per 100, and that is quicker than anybody else in the pool. Let's have a look at this time then. 5:48.08. 9:18 looks like it could be on for Annie Falkus. Her PB is 9:25. This feels like 9:18 or thereabouts for Annie Falkus. Annie is in the 13s and 14s age group. And Falkus then in 6:23.14. At the next turn in the previous heat, 6:58.40 was the time in the last heat, 6:58.4. And now Annie Falkus is ahead of that pace. So we might now be looking under 9:18 for Annie Falkus. It definitely looks like a personal best time. In second place, Casey Crisp, also in the 13-14 age group. And third at the moment is Jessica Hubry. So Falkus, followed by Crisp, 7:38.35 for Crisp. Falkus then still increasing her leads. The gap between first and second there, 5.2 seconds. They'll take the bell at the next turn. So Annie Falkus turning in 8:08.2, and then second to turn it's Casey Crisp in 8:13.95. Casey Crisp looks like she's on for a PB. So our first two swimmers here swimming quicker than they've ever swum 800 freestyle before. That's our leader, Annie Folkus, and Casey Crisp in second place. Both on for PBs here. Annie Folkus, 8:42.84. The fastest time we've seen so far, 9:17. Annie's PB is 9:25.6. I think we might get 9:15 here potentially for Annie Folkus. It's going to be close to that. It looks like a 10-second PB or thereabouts for Annie Folkus. Into the wall we come, and 9:17.41. It's 2/100 of a second outside Amelie Stevens' time from the previous heat, so almost exactly the same time. Casey Crisp 9:23.50, and then Jessica Hubry 9:26.07. So a PB for Annie Folkus, it goes without saying, 9:17.41. An 8-second personal best, so 1 second per 100. That's a good way of measuring that. Casey Crisp was second then, 9:23.5 with a 4.75 second PB. And Jessica Hubry in third there with a PB of 9:26.07. Good swims there. Well done to all of those swimmers. On to heat 3, and we have 8 swimmers competing. In this heat then, it's Ellie Bath-Werenalp for Chelmsford City, Elise Butler for Maidstone, Alana Maddock for Eastleigh, Annie McLeod for Putteridge, Harper Aspinall for Wirral Metro, Darcy Smith is in lane 4 there for Portsmouth North Sea. Then we have the empty lane 3. In 2 it's Chrissy Gibbous for Barnet Copthall, and in 1 Phoebe Chadwick for Teddington. Elise Butler leading at the first turn. She's a 13-14 swimmer. We have 3 13-14 swimmers in this heat. Elise Butler in 8, Harper Aspinall in 5, and Chrissy Gibbous in 2. 2 16-year-old swimmers in 9, Ellie Bath-Werenalp, and in 4, Darcy Smith. And then in 7, 6, and 1, the 17s, 18s are Alana Maddock, Annie McLeod, and Phoebe Chadwick. Still Elise Butler leading. Darcy Smith with the momentum in lane 4, I would say. Slightly faster than anybody else between 50 and 100 metres. At 150 metres, it's Butler in 1:39.4, and then Darcy Smith 1:39.48. And after 200 metres, Darcy Smith takes the lead. 2:14.27. at 250 metres. 249.14 for Darcy Smith. Second at the moment, Elise Butler, turning there in 250.04. And we're coming up to 300 metres now. And Darcy Smith increases her lead over Elise Butler by a quarter of a second or so. Harper Aspinall was third there. At 350 metres, in the last heat, at 350 metres, the leaders were at 4:02.93. So you can see that this heat is quicker than the previous. Fastest time we've seen so far, 9:17. So it's reasonable to assume we're going quicker than 9:17 in this heat. Darcy Smith does have a PB of 9:13. At halfway, 4:34.13. I think Darcy Smith is right on the pace for a personal best at the moment. And Elise Butler in second would be looking at a huge PB because her best is 9:20.2. So our leading two swimmers going very well. Darcy Smith maintaining her rhythm and her pace in first place, and the same has to be said for Elise Butler. There will be 6 lengths of the pool left at the next turn. So Darcy Smith, 5:44.92. Elise Butler actually closing the gap very slightly. And in third, Harper Aspinall now is swimming quicker than either of those two swimmers. So Harper Aspinall in third is coming back in this heat. Five lengths to go. Darcy Smith, 6:20.39. And again, Elise Butler just getting a little closer. Harper Aspinall didn't get any closer on that last 50. Four lengths left. Darcy Smith just checked the lap counter to make sure she knew how far there is to go. And Elise Butler has closed the gap now to 0.7 of a second. So we're looking at somewhere in the region of 9:13, 9:15, hopefully, for these leading swimmers. Darcy Smith over in 7:31.23, and now the gap is 0.4 of a second. So Elise Butler is pulling up alongside Darcy Smith. I would say Darcy, to be on for a PB, would want to be turning at about 8.03. I don't think we're quite going to be at that position. Not far off. Let's see what they've got in the final 100 then. 0.05 between the two leaders at the turn. And Elise Butler now, I think, just ever so slightly ahead of Darcy Smith. They're pushing each other. In third, it's Harper Aspinall. And in fourth, in the yellow cap, you can see Alana Maddock for Eastleigh. So Darcy Smith in 8:41.48, Elise Butler 8:41.31. It's definitely going to be a PB for Elise Butler. Can we get them both under 9:15? It will be a season's best time for Darcy Smith. And a new PB for Elise Butler, who is going to win this heat in the fastest time we've seen so far. 9:17.39, our fastest so far, as they go into the wall. Elise Butler gets in 9:14.19, a 6-second PB. Darcy Smith 9:14.32, just outside her PB, but a big season's best for Darcy. Harper Aspinall 9:21.31, personal best time for her. Alana Maddock, that's a PB in fourth place. Eleanor Barth Werenell, 9:29.40, was fifth. Annie McLeod was the next to the wall in 9:30.46. So Elise Butler with 9:14.19. She will be in the top four for sure in the 13-14 age group. May that be good enough for a medal in the 13s and 14s? We'll wait and see. Heat 4 now, 10 swimmers. We have Alex Sherrard for Torfaen Dolphins Performance, Mia Hawkins for City of Birmingham, Ava Halliwell for Wirral Metro, Megan Thorpe for Winchester City Penguins, Jessica Stafford for Wickham District, Iris Hurst for Warrington Warriors, Summer Smith for Basildon and Phoenix, Kate Roberts for City of Liverpool, Sophie Baker for Teddington, and Alice Harper for Millfield. Alex Sherrard in 9 will turn first. And Alex is split there 30.57 seconds. So Alex Sherrard is a 13-14 swimmer, also in the 13s and 14s. Jessica Stafford in 5. So lanes 9 and 5 swimming for potential medals here. They both know at this stage that 9:14.19 will definitely get a medal in the 13-14 years age group. So 9:14.19 is the target for a medal for Alex Sherrard and Jessica Stafford. And for everybody else, it's a chance to set a fast time for their age group. We have 3 15-year swimmers in this heat. Mia Hawkins in 8, Ava Halliwell in 7, and Summer Smith in 3. In the 15-year age group, we probably need to be under 9:10 to really be pushing for a medal. And I think I'd probably say the same for our leader, Iris Hurst. 9:10 would be pushing for a medal. We'll try to figure out at 300 metres what sort of pace these swimmers are at. At 250, Iris Hurst then. 248.27. And then in second, Mia Hawkins. Then it's Sophie Baker, Alex Sherrard, Ava Halliwell, Summer Smith, Jessica Stafford, Megan Thorpe, Alice Harper, and Kate Roberts. That is the order of the 10 swimmers in Heat 4. At 300 metres then, Iris Hurst in 3:23.54, a shade quicker than the previous heat at this stage. So 9:13, 9:14 would be my best forecast at the moment for our leader, Iris Hurst. And that would be a significant personal best. So she's ahead of PB pace. Second at that turn, Ava Halliwell, just ahead of Mia Hawkins. And Sophie Baker in lane 1. She turned fourth there, but she's actually closed the gap. So 2 lanes from the bottom of the picture in the white cap, that is Sophie Baker picking up the speed. And it looks like Summer Smith in lane 3 is doing likewise in the orange cap, 4 lanes from the bottom of the screen. At halfway, 4:34.25 for Iris Hurst. Mia Hawkins in lane 8 was the quickest over that last length of the pool. And Mia is third. Mia 2 lanes then from the top of your picture. So Mia turning third. And she closes in again on Iris Hurst. But Ava Halliwell knocking 0.6, halving the gap. It was 1.2 seconds at 400 metres. Now it's 0.6. And Ava Halliwell looks like she may be ready to take the lead in this heat with 6 lengths of the pool to go. Well, we have a new leader at this turn. Ava Halliwell in lane 7. Yes, we do. 5:45.42. And now in 4th place, Jessica Stafford. Fighting it out for 5th right now. Summer Smith and Sophie Baker. It looks like Alice Harper 6th, Alex Sherrard 7th. And Halliwell now opening a lead. And not only that, Mia Hawkins looks like she is overtaking Iris Hurst. So I think our first 2 swimmers now are in the 15 years age group. In terms of 13s and 14s, Alex Sherrard in lane 9 and Jessica Stafford in 5. Well, Jessica just turning now in lane 5. 6:59.26. And I don't think Jessica Stafford and Alex Sherrard are going to beat Elise Butler's time from the previous heat. So Elise Butler from the last heat, I think, is on for a medal. Ava Halliwell turning 9:730.37. We're in 9:12, 9:13 territory, I think, for the overall time for Ava Halliwell, and her PB is 9:19. Looking very good. We'll have 100 metres left to swim at this turn. The final turn at this end of the pool. Halliwell 805.30 and Hawkins 807.86. So we're trying to get under 9:14, our fastest time so far, and I think we're going to do that with our leader here, Ava Halliwell.
On the 9:17.39 with guaranteed. Jessica Stafford, amen.
Into the final 50 then. This is looking like 9:12 to 9:13 for Ava. And coming up into third, Jessica Stafford. If Jessica Stafford in 5 can beat 9:17.39, she gets a medal for sure. Into the wall then, Ava Halliwell. New PB, watch for lane 5's time here. Jessica Stafford, 9:16.66. She'll definitely get a medal. It's a bronze or a silver. And lane 9, Alex Sherrard, 9:25.90. So Jessica Stafford finishing second there, and that means that Elise Butler from the previous heats will either get the silver or the gold, because she's still the leader with one 13, 14-year swimmer to come.
That result confirms, that means we know that Elise Butler received at least a silver. Jessica Stafford will receive at least a bronze in the 13.
And there we go. Ava Halliwell in the 15 years age group is the new leader.
This is heat 5.
We still have 6 more 15-year-olds to swim, but Jessica Stafford there gets bronze or silver. It depends on what happens in a coming heat. Now, this is heat 5. And in heat 5, we have Phoebe Lawton for City of Coventry, Olivia Knox for Wigan Best, Jessica Jones for Warrington Warriors, Danica Forster for Wickham District, Ivy Haggerty for Thanet, Ellie McLeod for Woking, Olivia Sheehan for the University of Birmingham, Amber Hinton for Dumfries, Matilda Boyce for Bracknell and Wokingham, and Willow Kerr-Muir for Plymouth College Aquatics. First at that turn was Jessica Jones in lane 7. Second at the turn was Amber Hinton for Dumfries. In this heat, we have 3 15-year-old swimmers. In lane 8, Olivia Knox, lane 4, Ellie McLeod, and lane 1, Matilda Boyce. We have 2 16-year-olds in lane 9, Phoebe Lawton, and 2, Amber Hinton. And everybody else is in the 17s and 18s age group. Our leader is Jessica Jones for Warrington Warriors. Jessica just ahead of Amber Hinton there at the turn. And at the next turn, we will be a quarter of the way through the distance of this heat. Jessica Jones first to 200 metres in 2:12.61. At 250 metres in the last heat, Iris Hurst was leading the way, and she turned in that last heat in 2:48.27, exactly the same time that Olivia Knox turned in there. So you can see that from the previous heats, the leaders would be around 5th in this heat. So our leading 4 swimmers are ahead of the pace from the previous heats. In the 16 years age group, the faster of the two between Amber Hinton and Phoebe Lawton will be in with a chance of a medal. So Amber Hinton right now in lane 2, 3 notes on the bottom of the screen. This could well be a medal winning swim. There will be no guarantees of medals for any of these swimmers after this heat. Not guaranteed. They will all have to wait and see. Leading now, I would say still fractionally, Jessica Jones, but Matilda Boyce looks like she may be closing in lane 1 as we come up to the halfway turn. This will be 400 metres swum. Jessica Jones there in 4:29.89. I wonder if we can get under 9:10 for anyone in this heat. 9 minutes 10 would be a good swim for anyone in this heat, and I think we might just get there. .350 metres left to swim at this turn. And the gap between Jessica Jones and Amber Hinton is now down to just over 1/10 of a second. And I think Amber Hinton, probably after that turn, is now leading. Sorry, Matilda Boyce is now leading after that turn. 6 lengths of the pool left at this turn then. And is Matilda Boyce up there in the leads? Well, it's the joint lead, turning in exactly the same time, 5:39.41. And I think we are on for sub 9 minutes 10 for our leaders. And in 4, Ellie McLeod starting to motor. Amber Hinton certainly leading the race between the two 16-year-olds. She's turning now in lane 2. Phoebe Lawton is the other 16-year-old swimmer in lane 9. So it's Matilda Boyce in the 15 years age group. I think for 15-year-olds you need to be under 9:10 to challenge it for a medal. So that is the challenge for Matilda Boyce, the leader, with 200 metres to go. We could be looking at 2 medal swims. Our leader, Matilda Boyce, in lane 1. And also Amber Hinton in 2, currently in 5th in this heat. But I think these are 2 medal-winning swims, potentially. Potentially. We will not know until the later heats have been swum. Matilda Boyce 7:22.44 at that turn. Matilda's personal best is 9:15.99. Taking the bell then at 700 metres. Let's get under 9:10 for these 2 leading swimmers. They would both be setting significant personal bests, and I think Matilda Boyce has got the rhythm to do it. So we're watching Matilda Boyce leading the way. 8:30.87. And this is a very, very, very strong performance from Matilda Boyce then. Into the last 25 metres. And she's swimming faster than she has really at any point in the race. She's accelerating through here. Matilda Boyce, personal best, 9:15.99. She's going to be challenging for a medal with this. 9:04.11. Jessica Jones, 9:05.71. That's a 10-second PB. Ellie McLeod, 9:10.06, a 4-second PB. Olivia Knox, 9:12.00, 4.6-second PB. Ivy Haggerty, 9:13.96. That's a season's best for Ivy. So good swims there. And Matilda Boyce is the fastest 15-year-old then so far. Ellie McLeod is the second fastest, 9:10.06. That could also challenge for a medal in the 15 years age group. There are still 3 swimmers to come in that age group. On to heat 6, and in this heat we'll finally decide the medals in the 13-14 age group. Our swimmers in Heat 6 are Summer Martin for Wickham District, Lydia Shipley for Middlesbrough, Emily England Hall for City of Leeds, who could well win a medal with this swim, Lucy Hunter for South Lanarkshire, Evie Hands for Loughborough University, Gemma Dilks for Tiverton, Amelie Stevenson for City of Southampton, Millie Threll for City of Leeds, Ellie Lewis for Beckenham, and Nadia Olszewska for Barnet Copthall. Emily England Hall in lane 7 has already won golds in the 1500 metres freestyle, 200 metres individual medley and 400 freestyle in the 13-14 age group, and she is the last 13-14 swimmer to compete in these heats. So she will be swimming with a target of a gold medal. Emily England Hall's target to win the gold medal is 9:14.19. So 9:14.19 is the time that Emily England Hall is chasing for a gold medal in the 13-14 age group. And the swimmer who is leading the way is Elise Butler, who swam in one of the earlier heats in Heat 3. So I'll keep you up to date with Emily England Hall splits in relation to Elise Butler.
Needs to be on a time note if she wants to take the gold medal. 9:14.1.
Leading here is Evie Hands. And Evie Hands is in the 19s and overs. So Evie Hands in 212.26. Emily England Hall turning 9th there, 217.41. And Elise Butler from Heat 3 turning 214.34 at 200 metres. So Emily England Hall is behind the pace for a gold medal at the moment. We know Elise Butler will definitely win a medal in the 13s and 14s. Will it be gold or silver? We also know that Jessica Stafford in the 13s and 14s will either win silver or bronze. Amelie Stevens is currently third in the 13s and 14s, and she'll either get third or fourth place. Coming up to the 300-metre turn. Evie Hands in the 19s and overs, 321.21. Lydia Shipley, 323.12. And Lydia is also chasing a medal time here. If Lydia can swim quicker than 9:04.11, she will get a medal for sure. That's Lydia Shipley, 2 lanes from the top of the screen. At the moment, Emily England Hall in the yellow cap, 3 lanes from the top of the screen. Is 3 seconds behind the pace for the gold medal. And she's closer to the pace set by Amelie Stevens, who's currently in third in the 13s and 14s. At 400 metres, Evie Hands, 4:30.56. Then it's Lydia Shipley, 4:32.27. I would say Lydia Shipley is also battling to get into the top 3 in her age group. Lydia Shipley turning here in 5:06.88. I think she needs to be a bit quicker than this to guarantee a medal. Emily England Hall turning there in 7th, 5:13.42. And she's almost exactly 3 seconds behind Elise Butler's pace from Heat 3. But we do know Emily England Hall will finish very strongly. At the moment, she's hovering between 3rd and 5th place, I would say, in the 13s and 14s. That's Emily England Hall, 3 lanes from the top of the picture in the yellow cap. Coming into the wall now. 5:48.82 at that turn. And still 3 seconds behind Elise Butler. Lydia Shipley, remember, in second in this heat. She needs to go quicker than 9:04.1 if she is going to guarantee a medal. Emily England Hall, 6:23.89. And she's closed the gap on Elise Butler by half a second, Emily England Hall. Now 2.5 seconds behind the split time that Elise set earlier on in Heat 3. Evie Hands and Lydia Shipley will turn first and second. 6:49.58. We're looking at around 9:10, I think, maybe 9:08 for these leading swimmers. And for Lydia Shipley, that would just put her on the outskirts of a medal. Emily England Hall now up to 6th in this heat, 6:58.88. And she's definitely closing in now on Elise Butler's time. The gap between Emily England Hall and Elise Butler is now 2.2 seconds. So Emily England Hall chasing that gold medal time, 2.2 seconds behind at the last turn. She's in the yellow cap, 3 lanes from the top of the picture, turning now. 7:34.01, she's up to 5th. And the gap is now 2.3 seconds behind gold medal pace. They'll take the bell now at 700 metres. Evie Hands, 7:59.11. Lydia Shipley, 8:00.42. Lydia Shipley needs to swim under 9:12 to have a chance of a medal. That's a chance of a medal. Emily England Hall has just turned in 8:09.36. And that's 2.4 seconds behind where she needs to be for the gold medal. It's going to take an enormous final 100 for Emily England Hall if she's going to get there for the gold. Lydia Shipley turning in 8:34.23. So we're watching Evie Hands leading, but Lydia Shipley in second is fighting for a medal here in the 15 years age group. To have a chance of a medal, Lydia Shipley has to go quicker than 9:12. Under 9:10 would be even better. And Lydia Shipley, 9:06.72. It won't be the gold. And it is certainly isn't a certain medal. Emily England Hall coming in now. 9:18.78. And that misses out on a medal in the 13-14 years. So the medalist for 13-14 years, Elise Butler gets the gold. The silver medal is won by Jessica Stafford, and Amelie Stevens gets the bronze. Annie Fulkus finishes 4th in the 13-14s, but misses out on a bronze medal by 2/100ths of a second. So these results confirm the 13 and 14 years results. And the result is gold for Elise Butler, silver for Jessica Stafford, bronze for Amelie Stevens. Annie Fulkus misses out by 2/100ths. Emily England Hall with 9:18.78 finishes 5th in the 13s and 14s age group. Lydia Shipley with 9:06.72 has to wait and see if that is good enough for a medal in the 15 years. 2 heats to come. This is heat 7. Our swimmers in heat 7 are Jessica Corder for City of Salford, Sophie Dowding for City of Liverpool, Molly Baker, City of Sheffield, Ava Cook, City of Sheffield, Ellie Hull, City of Birmingham, Jasmine Hall, Basildon and Phoenix, Isabel Hall for City of Leeds, Erin Hawkins for City of Birmingham, Talia Staines for Derwentside and Gateshead, and Francesca Harrison for City of Leicester.
In event 603, the jury of appeal upheld the referee's decision and the disqualification stands.
So Talia Staines, 2 lanes from the bottom of the picture, is in the 19s and overs. Second at the moment, Ellie Hull, a 15-year swimmer, fighting for a medal in this one with Isabel Hall in lane 3. Ellie Hull didn't swim in any of the heats this morning. She was entered in a few events, but she pulled out, so she's definitely concentrating on this 800 metres freestyle. And it's Talia Staines 62.00 at that turn, leading the way, with Ellie Hull in second place. Talia Staines has a PB of 9.05. And she's clearly going for it in this first half of the 800. So it's Talia Staines, and now up into second, Ava Cook for City of Sheffield. Talia Staines turning in 2:08.25. It's Staines, and now Ava Cook up to second. Ellie Hull in the 15 years age group, 2:46.12 at that turn. She's battling it out with Matilda Boyce from Heat 5. And Matilda was 2:47.28 at that turn in her heat. So Ellie Hull is in gold medal position at the moment in lane 5 for the 15 years swimmers. And Jasmine Hall in lane 4, 3:20.41. She is chasing 9.0926 to qualify for, or to win, the gold medal in her age group. Talia Staines in 3:48.83 at 350 metres. Ellie Hull in 6th place there, lane 5. And she is really tussling now with Matilda Boyce. Matilda Boyce was 3:55.78 at that last turn. So Ellie Hull is only 0.3 of a second ahead of that pace. At halfway then, Talia Staines. Talia Staines looks like she's on for a time sub 9 minutes, which she's never achieved before. I would say Ava Cook is around that 9-minute pace. Let's watch for Ellie Hull's time at this turn in lane 5. It is 5:04.83, and that's 5/100ths of a second behind Matilda Boyce from Heat 5. So Ellie Hull, 5/100ths of a second behind the gold medal pace for the 15 years swimmers. Isabel Hall also fighting for that position in 5:04.27. So Isabel Hall now, 5:38.61. And she now moves into the gold medal position for City of Leeds in the 15 years age group. So Isabel Hall now the leader in the 15 years. Jasmine Hall in lane 4. She needs to swim under 9:09, Jasmine Hall in lane 4. She turned there in 6:11.32. So really, Jasmine Hall needs to be under 7 minutes at this turn, I would say, to be on pace for the gold medal. So watch for that in lane 4. Jasmine Hall, under 7 minutes would put her in position for the gold medal, and she's comfortably inside that with 200 metres to go. So I think Jasmine Hall's on her way to a gold medal swim here in lane 4. And then will Isabel Hall or Ellie Hull get there? Isabel Hall coming into turn now in lane 3. And Isabel there, 7:21.12. And she is ahead of Matilda Boyce. Ellie Hull, 7:25.28. Is behind Matilda Boyce's time, but she could still be on for a medal. Final 100 then. Talia Staines, who's chasing a PB of 9:05. And it looks like that's on. This is the fastest ever swim for Talia Staines, I think. Ava Cook, 7:48.54 at that turn. She could get under 9 minutes. In lane 4, Jasmine Hall needs to beat 9:09.26 to win the gold medal in her age group. I think she'll do that. Isabel Hall in lane 3. I think she may well win the gold medal with this time in the 15 years. So Isabel Hall turning 5th. She was 8:28.77. She's definitely on course for the gold. And then we'll be watching for Ellie Hull perhaps to get a bronze medal. So Talia Staines is on for a lifetime best to win this heat. Talia Staines' lifetime best is 9:05.05. That's a new PB then. In lane 4, Jasmine Hall needs to beat 9:09.26, and she does, so she takes the gold medal in the 16 years. Isabel Hall, 9:01.19, and that takes the gold medal in the 15 years age group. Ellie Hull, 9:09.12, will miss out on a medal in the 15 years age group. So we'll confirm all of that when we have the official results. It's not official until we know for sure that nobody has been disqualified. Here we go then. Isabel Hall wins the 15 years age group with 9:01.19, and that means Matilda Boyce and Lydia Shipley get silver and bronze in that age group. And in the 16 years, Jasmine Hall is a gold medal winner, 4th there, 9:00.71. Silver to Summer Martin, bronze to Darcy Smith. This is the final heat, heat 8. In Heat 8, we have Alice Forrest for Derwentside and Gateshead, Charlotte Surrell for City of Birmingham, Grace Cummings for Thanet, Phoebe Arbuckle for Warren de Baths, Abby Roscoe for Wirral Metro, Lucy Parsons for Loughborough University, Emma Price for Borough of Stockton, Madison Wrens for City of Liverpool, Emily Johnson for University of Bath, and Kerry Henney for City of Liverpool. First to turn was lane 1, Lucy Parsons for Loughborough University. Lucy's in the 19s and overs. Also in the 19s and overs in this final heat, Charlotte Surrell in 8, Grace Cummings in lane 7, Lucy Parsons in 4 then, Madison Wrens in 2, and Emily Johnson in 1. And in the 17s and 18s, we have 5 swimmers as well. Alice Forrest in 9, Phoebe Arbuckle in 6, Abby Roscoe in 5, Emma Price in 3, and Kerry Henney in lane 0. So we may well have 6 medals won in this heat. That would be our expectation.
The entire 17, 18 years and 19 years and over podiums could be achieved in this heat.
Leading the way is Lucy Parsons. As a rule of thumb, I think we'll say that gold, silver and bronze in both events will come from this final heat, and I'll have to just monitor the splits from the previous heats to make sure that is the case. So in the 19s and overs then, as we come into this turn, remember it's lanes 8, 7, 4, 2 and 1 who are competing. So leading the way there, it's Lucy Parsons. Abby Roscoe's leading the 17s and 18s. Alice Forrest is second in the 17s and 18s. Kerry Henney is third in the 17s and 18s. Then we have Charlotte Sorrell, who is currently second in the 19s and overs. And Madison Renz, who is currently third in the 19s and overs. So it's pretty neatly laid out for us with the first 6 swimmers here at the moment on course to win medals in their age group. In the 19s and overs then, the fastest time so far, Talia Staines from the last heat.
So just the 17, 18 and 19 years member age groups flat to the side of medal farm. As I said, all the medals can be...
And we also had Sophie Dowding from the last heat with 8:57.73. Lucy Parsons leading the 19s and overs race. Abby Roscoe leading the 17s, 18s race. So these are 2 gold medal swims in the middle of the pool at the moment. Talia Staines, I would say, from the previous heat, is in silver medal position for the 19s and overs. So bear that in mind. Talia Staines from the previous heat is in position for a medal. And Ava Cook from the previous heat may also be in position for a medal. Coming up to halfway then, and we'll get an idea of the situations. It's Lucy Parsons first in the 19s and overs. Second in the 19s and overs is Talia Staines from the previous heat. So Talia Staines on for a medal from the previous heat. We're watching Madison Ren's turn there in 4:58.33. She's currently third in the 19s and overs then. Talia Staines from the previous heat would be in second place right now. And in terms of the 17s, 18s, Abby Roscoe, 4:55.40, is about 3 seconds ahead of Ava Cook from the last heat. And that means that in the 17s and 18s race, who is in bronze medal position here in the 17s and 18s? Phoebe Arbuckle, 5:31.96. Looks like she's in bronze medal position. So it may well be 2 medals for each age group will be won in this heat. Abby Roscoe now in the lead and on course for the gold medal in 17s and 18s. Lucy Parsons is on course for the gold medal in the 19s and overs. And they're going to turn together with 200 metres left to swim. These look like 2 gold medal swims. And then Madison Wren's now 6:39.53. She's less than half a second now behind Talia Staines from the previous heat, so she may well come up into silver medal position. So that's Madison Wren's 3 lanes from the bottom of the picture. Moving from bronze medal to silver medal position, I think, at the moment. Now 2 leaders look like comfortable gold medalists. Madison Wren 7:13.28 at that turn. Talia Staines in the last heat was 7:13.09. So less than 0.2 of a second between Madison Wren's and Talia Staines from the previous heat at the moment. Phoebe Arbuckle in lane 6, turned in 7:14.03 there. And that puts her in silver medal position. So right now it looks like 2 gold medals in the middle of the pool and possibly 2 silvers or 2 bronzes in 3rd and 4th in this heat. I would say Charlotte Surrell, 2 lanes to the top of the picture, is going to miss out on a medal in the 19s and overs, and Emily Johnson at the bottom of the picture, 2 lanes to the bottom, is also going to miss out on a medal. The leading 4 swimmers here are on course for medals. There's no doubt about our leaders. They are both winning gold medals here. Abby Roscoe leading is going to win the 17s and 18s gold medal. Lucy Parsons is going to win the 19s and overs gold medal. Looking at the splits then, Madison Wren's 8:20.92 she turned in there. It's going to be very close. So our gold medal swimmers coming in now. Gold and gold. Now Madison Wren's needs to beat 8:53.92 to get a silver medal here. 8:53.92. She does it, and Phoebe Arbuckle needed to beat 8:54.78. She just misses out on that. So it's a bronze for Phoebe Arbuckle, I think. And that means Talia Staines will get the bronze from the previous heat in the 19s and overs, and Ava Cook from the previous heat will get a silver medal. That will not be confirmed until we see the ratified results. So we wait for that. The ratified results now will confirm how everybody finished. So we'll start with Abby Roscoe, 17s and 18s in 8:46.25. And it's confirmed it's a gold medal for Abby Roscoe. And Phoebe Arbuckle there in 4th place, 8:55.3, gets the bronze medal for the 800 metres freestyle for 17s and 18s. Kerry Henney finishing 7th there. She's 4th overall in the 17s, 18s. And in the 19s and overs, Lucy Parsons gets gold, 8:46.66. Madison Wren's takes the silver, 8:52.84. And Emily Johnson there finishing 5th, 8:57.15. She finishes 4th overall in the 19s and overs and misses out on a medal. Well done everybody there. Great racing. Some really good times as well throughout the course of our women's 800 metres freestyle. We will celebrate all of our medal swimmers next with the medals presentations. While we wait for the medals presentations, let me tell you, you can watch the European Aquatics Championships in Paris. They are live and free on aquaticsgb.com and Eurovision Sports. We've got swimmers competing in the pool who've been in the Next Gen Championships in recent years. Philip Nowacki, Theodora Taylor, Emily Smith, they'll all be there. We have Alex Cahoon, Rio Dowder and Josh Gammon who are competing here this week. They will also be there in the pool. The pool swimming is between the 10th and the 16th of August. There's open water swimming between the 4th and the 8th of August. And it all begins on July 31st when we have the diving and artistic swimming both underway. So diving, artistic swimming, open water and pool swimming, it's all happening in Paris, and it's live and free on aquaticsgb.com and Eurovision Sports. So if you feel like you're going to miss watching the live swimming at the end of this week, well, you won't have to wait too long. Just another week and we will be bringing you aquatics action at continental level from Paris. Our next session will begin in 2.5 hours. We are still yet to present our medals from the women's 800 metres freestyle in this session. We do want to celebrate the performances of everyone who has swum so well so far in this session. But at 5 o'clock we'll be back with the finals from the heats that we swam this morning. So at 5 p.m. it would be great to have you back here supporting your swimmers, your teammates, your family members, your friends. They all really appreciate your supports. The finals tonight will be women's 100 metres freestyle, men's 200 metres backstroke, women's 400 metres individual medley, men's 50 freestyle and women's 50 backstroke. So those will be the finals tonight from 5 p.m. Medal ceremonies to come in just a moment then for women's 800 metres freestyle across the various age groups. So very soon we'll have the medals presented for women's 800 metres freestyle. That is still to come before we close this session and this stream. When you log on to the final stream at 5 o'clock, let us know who you're supporting. Tell us which swimmers you are getting behind in the finals tonight. And I think we are just about ready to go down to poolside for our medals presentations for women's 800 metres freestyle.
The medal ceremony for the women's 800 meters freestyle, 13-14 years age group. The medals will be presented by Aquatics GB Next Gen Championship timing operators Lucy Shaw and Lewis White. Bronze medalist, representing the city of Birmingham, Emily Stevens. Silver medalist, representing Wickham District, Jessica Stafford. Gold medalist and Next Gen champion, representing Maidstone, Elise Butler. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the women's 15 years 800 meters freestyle. Bronze medalist, representing Middlesbrough, Lydia Shipley. Silver medalist, representing Bracknell, Matilda Boyce. Gold medalist and Next Gen champion, representing the city of Leeds, Isabel Hall. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the 16 years 800 meters freestyle. Bronze medalist, representing Portsmouth North Sea, Darcy Smith. Silver medalist, representing Wickham District, Summer Martin. Gold medalist and Next Gen champion, representing Basildon Phoenix, Jasmine Hall. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the women's 800 meters freestyle, 17-18 years age group. Bronze medalist, representing Warren Above, Phoebe Arbuckle. Silver medalist, representing the city of Sheffield, Ava Cook. Gold medalist and Next Gen champion, representing Wirral Metro, Abby Roscoe. Sheffield, please give it up for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the women's 19 years and over 800 meters freestyle. Bronze medalist, representing Devonside and Gateshead, Talia Staines. Silver medalist representing the city of Liverpool, Madison Rance. Gold medalist and next gen champion representing Loughborough University, Lucy Parsons. Sheffield, give it up for your medalists. And that is our...
Well, thanks very much for watching the women's 800 metres freestyle heats. We hope you enjoyed all of that. It's great to see all of those medals being won. We'll be back in 2 hours and 20 minutes or thereabout for our final session. Women's 100 metres freestyle, men's 200 metres backstroke, women's 400 metres individual medley, men's 50 free, women's 50 back. We'll have all of those finals coming up from 5. We do hope you can join us then. Thanks for watching.